Ranking the best tight ends in Madden 24. We are back here with another tier list update. Today, we're going to be taking a look at tight ends. Now, before we get into the new cards right here, we got to talk about the old tier list. Now, I think everyone can just come down a singular tier. And in this C tier right here, I'm still going to have cards like Donald Penn, Mercedes Lewis, Vita Vea, Gronk, and Darnell Washington, the run blockers, just because I think they're so valuable in like the goal line setting and just being able to have that like really high run block rating. That's why they're still here for me. Like Dalton Schultz is overall like all these cards that are dropping down better overall from like a pass catching standpoint, but we're gonna go ahead and again just keep dropping everyone right here. And you know what, I like this Dalton Schultz card a lot just because of its balance as well. I'm gonna go ahead and move him up into B. I don't mind that. S tier right here, the hardest one for me was Dave Casper dropping. I think if you have a lighted up token on him, I can definitely still see him right here. I just think lighted up token on the tight end right now, is that viable? I mean, kind of. I can definitely see him still right here. You can definitely justify it. I just think as a base card though, no 0 AP abilities is why he's no longer S. For someone like Travis Kelce, I just don't think he is the best 0 AP tight end apprentice anymore, and that's really like his whole role. And first card we got right here is the anime card Ayamoto. I don't know, but the card isn't good from a stat standpoint. I mean, decent run block of 82. The whole reason you run this card though is he gives a boost to the team, right? So he's kind of similar in my opinion to the run blocking guys, and the fact that, hey, guess what? We want a little boost on the team. We'll go ahead and put him, you know what? No, because I think the run blocking guys actually have some in-game like functionality, I guess. I would say this card is like D tier, and the only reason is because again, he gives a boost. That is literally it. And now right after that, we get Terrell Suggs out of position at tight end. 6'3", 265, 91 speed, 91 acceleration, has 90 for short and medium route running, does not hit 90 deep, and for a run blocker, not really too much of a run blocker, but does have high impact blocking. And this time for his abilities and everything, this is the one thing I don't like about the Ultimate Legend out of position cards. Like last year, they gave them all discounted abilities, which kind of made them really fun out of position cards. This Terrell Suggs card just really isn't that great. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the D tier as well. After that though, we get one of my favorite cards in the game, Brock Bowers right here. I just love the rookies, man. I love being able to use the rookies, and he's 94 speed, 98 acceleration is kind of crazy. 6'4", 230. Now this is actually something that is important to know too. When you are 245 and above, you will no longer get that quick juke animation. So if you're 245 and below, like Kyle Pitts, like I bet a lot of y'all have used them, he gets the best juke animation in the game. Now this is also a card that does have all 32 team chems. The route running isn't great. Like the medium and the deep not hitting 90 is definitely a downfall or a downside of the card, and he's not too great of a run blocker, but I think he's overall really solid. And for abilities, he can go ahead and get third down threat, mid and elite, and tight end apprentice for 1 AP. Again, think he's okay. I just don't love the route running. For me, I would put him C or B. I'm okay with B tier. I'm okay with it. He's like, oh yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Could definitely see the argument for like C though, for sure. After that, we get out of position Michael Strahan this time. That's 6'5", 255, 93 speed, 91 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running, and this time 70 run block. So overall, like pretty solid stats. And once again though, no discount abilities. Don't know why I was scrolling down. I would put this Michael Strahan in the C tier. I would definitely put him C. You know what? I kind of want to drop down Brock Bowers. Yeah, I just feel like Dalton Schultz is more complete than him too. I think he's really solid. Like I said, like if you're using him, especially on a theme team, it's fine. And we also get Evan Ingram right here with 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 6'3", 240. The route running is okay, like 86 short, 85 medium, 90 deep route running. Like I think the deep route running is the most important one, of course. 85s across the board, that's threshold for all Madden. So if you play all Madden, you'll be fine there. And obviously not too much of a run blocker, but overall very solid stats. And for abilities, if you use a low elevation token on him, matchup nightmare, mid and elite, and playmaker for discount. For me, not great abilities or anything. I think he once again is a very solid tight end. I'm also gonna put him in the C tier as well. Now we get up to the 95s. Now when we talk about tight ends in the game, there are very different play styles when we talk about tight ends. So first one we got right here is Heath Miller, aka Heath. 94 speed, 87 acceleration, 6'5", 256, 90 short, 90 medium, does not hit 90 deep. But the whole reason you would use this card is because he's actually one of the best run blocking tight ends in the game. And when I say that, okay, he gets Vanguard for 0 AP, which I believe is off for 5 plays, on for 5 plays. He also gets tight end apprentice, short and elite, and third down threat for discount. Now, I can see this card being an S tier. Like I could see him, the argument for S tier, right? I can totally see that. The reason why he is not going to be S tier for me right now is because I think there is a tight end that can do what he does even better. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and have him like A tier. And you can argue placement with him because again, it's all about play style. And honestly, if you run multiple Vanguards, he might be S tier for you. I can totally see that, but I'm going based on like, okay, the best Vanguard tight end. I think we have another one that is more S tier. But again, it's all about play style with him. You can definitely use him very effectively, and he can be a top tier tight end. Now, next up right here, we got David Njoku, 6'4", 246, 94 speed, 71 run block. Pretty good route runnings across the board. For David Njoku, I am going to go ahead and have him in the B tier as well. I think he's pretty solid. I think the A tier is a little bit better, but he's definitely like, he's okay. And now after that, we got one of my favorite cards in the game, Aiden Hutchinson with 93 speed, 93 acceleration. That's not great, right? But he's 6'7", 264, 90 for short, 90 for medium, 87 deep. Also pretty good run blocker as well. Really good pass blocker too, and a little bit underrated for the tight end. But when we talk about discounted abilities, first off, can get double me elevated 3, which does not start on. Same with Vanguard as well. Doesn't start on. So you have to earn that X factor. But when we take a look at his just regular discounts, right? He can get honorary lineman and red zone threat for 0. Those double discounts are very, very good. Again, this is another like scheme specific card. I think he's really good, and I like using the card. I do. I don't think he's going to be S tier. I can totally see the argument. Once again, I can totally, like, him and Heath, in my opinion, have the best argument for S tier in a run blocking scheme too. And the fact that he does get double zeros, like, he is a very valuable card. He's really good in the red zone too. He's like one of the best situational tight ends for sure. And after that, we get Shannon Sharpe with 95 speed. Not really a great run blocker. I mean, it's okay. And when we take a look at his abilities, gets third down threat for 0 AP, which I think is okay, right? Like, Shannon Sharpe, pretty solid tight end. I'm going to go ahead and place this card in the A tier as well. And I put him above Travis Kelce. And now after that, we get Aussie Nome with 94 speed, 95 acceleration. Great route runnings across the board. Not really a great run blocker once again, but this time for his abilities, he can go ahead and get tight end apprentice, grab and go, deep elite. I don't think these are great abilities, and I don't really think there's a great reason to run this card. For that reason, I'm also going to put him in the B tier as well. And right after that, we got Trey McBride with 95 speed, 6'4", 246, 90s across the board for route running, and not really a great run blocker. But the thing that really stands out to me is matchup nightmare for 0. I think Trey McBride, really, really good tight end. I'm not saying he's an S tier tight end, but he is very, very good. I would put matchup nightmare for 0. Like, man, Kyle Pitts is just so tough, man. He is so tough. No abilities too. He just gets crazy juke animations. I'm gonna go ahead and place him right here. And after that, we get some of the Boston tight end party. We got Hunter Henry with 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 90s across the board for route running, and 82 run block. He's always someone that's really balanced. Not great speed though. 4 abilities, tight end apprentice for 0, short and elite, mid and elite, and third down threat or red zone threat for the AKA X factor. I don't hate, like, everyone said this card is like terrible. He honestly is worse than Travis Kelce though. He's like a speed point slower. I'm gonna place him right here. Now, he's probably the best one in B, but I think all these guys in A, I would much rather run over him. And we also got Jonnu Smith right here. Hopefully future Dolphins great. Would love to get him on the theme team. 96 speed, 98 acceleration is kind of crazy. 6'3", 248, 90s across the board for out running, and not too much of a run blocker. But when we look at his abilities this time, deep and elite for 0, and also backyard tight end or rack him up for 0. I mean, it's not a great 0 AP ability, but I would say he's more along the lines like A tier than he is B tier. I think he's a little bit better than Hunter Henry. And after that, we get Bo Jackson at tight end. So he's going to be someone that could be 99 speed with the combine, just chem and the strat card. 90s across the board for out running, 6'1", 227. Going to get that quick juke animation, and even a great pass blocker as well, which is a little bit underrated. But when we look at his abilities this time, right? Just for these abilities, he can get tight end apprentice for 0, can get bruiser for 0. I think he's the best 0 AP tight end apprentice guy in the game for sure. Vanguard 0 AP and yak him up. I am now a believer, by the way. I think yak him up is the most broken X factor in the game, but also Vanguard. He's the best Vanguard in the game. After 9 plays, going to be on the entire game. Hello, this card for sure. Easy addition to S tier. Easy addition to S tier. He is insane. That's why I think Heath and Aiden Hutchinson were more along the lines of A, just because I think this Vanguard on Bo is even better than Heath. But again, you can go ahead and combo both of them if you want to get a little bit nasty. We also got Darnell Washington right here with 95 speed, 94 acceleration. He's 6'7", 270, 90s across the board for route running, decent run blocker as well. And for his abilities, can get red zone threat for 0 AP. That's the big one. Red zone threat for 0 tight end. I think I like Aiden Hutchinson more than him because he also gets honorary lineman, but I'll also put him in the A tier as well. I think, again, just situationally kind of like Aiden Hutchinson, but again, I love the honorary lineman. I don't know. Maybe I'm sleeping on Darnell Washington, but I do think Aiden Hutchinson is a lot better. And we get 97 overall Kyle Pitts with 97 speed, 94 acceleration, 6'6", 245, has the perfect player model for a tight end, 90s across the board for out running. Even, like, I don't want to say good run blocker, but he's actually a pretty good pass blocker. When we look at his abilities though, this is where it gets gets kind of crazy. So he can get double me, he can get max security, double me on tight end. Again, this is something that you have to earn in game, doesn't start on. And just for base abilities, right? He can go ahead and get grab and go for 0, and he can also get third down threat for 0. Those abilities are really solid, man. Not bad at all. For me, Kyle Pitts, I think he is better than a Super Bowl card. I think he is also in the S tier as well. I think Bo Jackson is just insane though. So maybe there eventually will be a tier of difference between these two cards, but Kyle Pitts right now in the S tier. And we also get Vernon Davis right here with 97 speed, 93 acceleration, 90s across the board for out running. He's 6'3", 244. Not too much of a run blocker, but impact blocking is high, so he somewhat can do it. And when we look at his abilities this time, he's another 0 AP tight end apprentice, tight end, which I don't think is bad. I would still place, like, I think Vernon is better than everyone in A, so I'm gonna place him right here, but I do think Kyle Pitts and Bo Jackson are tight end 1 and 2. Vernon Davis more around long like 3. And for the final card of the video right here, we got Sam Laporta. It is 95 speed, 90s across the board for route running, 72 route running, gets mid out elite for 0 or matchup nightmare for 0. Again, pretty similar thoughts to him and Trey McBride. I'm gonna put him right by Trey McBride in this A tier. And yeah, boys, this is what my updated tight end tier list is looking like in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? And if you guys did enjoy this video, you enjoy content like this, want to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also, if you guys do want to see me use some of these cards in action, I stream here on YouTube and Twitch Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. To watch on the YouTube side of things, hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I go live or upload here. Or to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with the follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here because I ranked all the Team of the Year cards in Madden 24.